So Japan, 1, 2, 3, 4 up the front. Malaysia, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got New Zealand, Selangor. And no Aussies out there in the under-19 Omnium. Shame, shame, shame. Japan, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the front. 29 laps on the lap board. So that was a neutral lap. They get the whistle for the start of the Omnium scratch race. The riders accumulate points depending on their position in the scratch race. They accumulate points in each of the Omnium events, the points race being the final event. And the rider with the most points wins. Manami Shirai from Japan. Was on the front, Koda Tutsu from Japan. Now New Zealand, Malaysia and Selangor with a little bit of an early gap, but nothing too exciting. I think at every track event there should be someone, a volunteer with a can of WD-40 that can go around and lubricate all of the rollers, some of them very noisy. Part of the charm of being live at a track race is the white noise of the rollers humming in the background. Idrisha from Malaysia on the front on that last lap, the ladies rolling turns. It's a big event to get through the Omnium. You want to try and get in the top 5 in every race to accumulate enough points to then really have a crack in the points race. Don't need to win every race in an Omnium. You just need to be consistent. Beale from New Zealand in the red kit rolls off the front. "22 laps on the lap board, 22 of 30. The Japanese rider of Kaida Shui on the front again. She's been consistently keeping herself up the front. Rolls back to mid-pack, doesn't roll back all the way to the back. At this stage, one of the riders from Selangor now on the front. She rolls up at a pretty pedestrian pace at the moment. That's Kaisara from Selangor, Malaysia, that in the orange. Great to see so many countries involved in this championship. Malaysia, obviously, with 3 different teams. New Zealand, Australia, Hong Kong, Singapore. Obviously, a very strong team from Japan and Hong Kong. Thank you all to all those cycling federations for supporting the event and helping it grow. Beale off the front, she's got herself out to a little bit of a lead. One of her compatriots from New Zealand is chasing it down. She understands the threat of Beale off the top, or maybe she wants to join in the fun at the front of the race. She looks over her shoulder to see if everybody's coming. They are indeed coming. That's Sayers. And they're not joining each other. In fact, the Sayers is looking to the Malaysian rider of Abrielle and asking her if she would be interested in doing something up the front, which of course she is. The Japanese rider's in force behind them, looking to shut it down. Sayers looks over his shoulder. She sees that Malaysian rider has called it quits, and so they have managed to thin the field a little bit, but a counter-attack from Japan, perfect time to attack, is when everyone's caught up and settling in a little bit, and there's your opportunity. Still a long way to go in this race, but rider 195, Nishihara from Japan, has got herself out to quarter of a lap. Sayers on the front doing the chasing, but she's just been doing all the work. Lu A. Ron from Malaysia is on the front of the peloton. She rolls up, and now we have a Japanese rider on the front of the peloton, and then rolling up and letting the Malaysian rider go onto the front. So no negative riding at all there from the Japanese rider, despite the fact that their rider is off the front. But they are keeping themselves towards the front of the pack, but they are rolling through. Abrielle from Malaysia sitting in second wheel, and the gap is really coming down the rider at the front. It's really sat up. That is Japanese Nishihara. So 11 laps left in the scratch race for the under-19 women. The under-19 men are starting to assemble. So it's all calmed down again, and it's Mitani from Japan on the front. Now they all bunch up again with 10 laps on the lap board, just waiting to see if there's going to be another counter-attack from Japan. We saw it at the Austria weekend last year. I can't remember if it was this year or last year. I think it was this year. No, it was last year. It's just about 18th of December onwards, and we saw the Japanese men just attacking, counter-attacking. A bit brutal. We also saw a very clear tactic in the Madison of attacking at the halfway point. It did literally nothing all race, and like clockwork at the halfway point but a long way to go in its Omnium at this stage. Nobody looking for a long range attack. Beale from New Zealand just rolls off the front. Expect her to be involved at the pointy end. 6 laps to go. Sayers on the front from New Zealand, just picking up the pace ever so slightly, and then back to Japan. Malaysian riders actually riding 1, 2, 3, 4. Zara Afifa was the last of the Malaysian riders to roll up, but Malaysia back on the front again. They're getting themselves up the pointy end of this race with 5 laps to go. Matani rolls off the front again. You see that the riders from Selangor are being left out on the track. The PCB. Shutsui from Japan. Now they're just tucking in with the riders from Selangor at the front. 2 laps on the lap board, and Japan across the front of the race with force. Sayers on the wheel. Sayers moving up. Malaysian rider there moving to the front of the race. Japan looking unsettled. They get the bell, the move comes from Malaysia right at 2:14. That's Alicia on the front. Alicia down the front straight, can she hold on? She's looking good, get behind her ladies and gentlemen. Alicia from Malaysia, she's going to take it out. Whoa, what a great race there from the Malaysian Alicia. She sat in.
Last call for men under 19.